Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Montre, and I'm going to be talking about astrology and how it relates to generations. So, like the boomers, Generation X, the millennials, and then Gen Z. So, we know that the transit of Pluto can actually affect how we view the world. Pluto takes a really long time to get around the sun. So, when it comes to that, it really can affect each generation differently, basically. So let's just break down on how our parents, how we view the life, and also the next generation, how they view life. Is it just a trend? Is it style? It's more than that. Astrology has a lot to play, and so I just want to go into that right now. But before I start, real quick, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps me out with the algorithm, especially if you like this video. First of all, I want to talk about Pluto in Virgo. That would be the baby boomers. Pluto in Virgo really affects how this generation views the outside world. Virgo is a very, very nitpicky sign. Okay, they see all the details, and they're very big about how they're perceived. The boomers have a system of perfection, of roles. They were I get married, I go to school, I graduate, I get married, and that's it. I get a job and I retire. So there's rules to Pluto and Virgo. But their generation, more than any other generation, you can say, was the one where they have seen the world change the most. The world that they grew up in is no longer the same. They grew up with black and white TVs. Now we have virtual reality. Here I am doing a podcast on virtual reality. That's unheard of. So their whole world has changed. Generation X. Generation X usually gets skipped over a lot, but Generation X was the generation with Pluto in Libra. And with Pluto in Libra, you have a lot of breakups in relationships. The way Generation X views relationships as a whole is completely different. While Generation grew up with two-parent homes, they were also the first generation to start seeing those two-parent homes divorce, a lot of single mothers. This was the latchkey kid generation. So how Generation views relationships as a whole and how they are used to the changing dynamic of relationships is a big defining force of Pluto and Libra and Generation X, because most Gen Xers are saying, hey, I can do it by myself. Then we get to the Millennials, and this is Pluto in Scorpio. I would say the Millennials, more than any other generation, really changed how we view sexuality. It wasn't Gen X or the Boomers who changed how we view sexuality and spirituality. It was the Millennials. The Millennials led the way when it came to marriage equality. The Millennials led the way when it came to understanding that there's other religions other than just Christianity. Such a big movement for people to express their spirituality in different ways, to practice the occult. I do tarot cards, something unheard of in my family. I'm sure many of them think I'm the devil, but that's very Scorpio energy, where Scorpio's dark, the occult, things taboo, even sexually. You have more people who are into multiple relationships in the millennial generation. And last but not least, we have Generation Z, the Zoomers, as I would like to call them. Generation Z is Pluto in Sagittarius, okay? And so Generation Z has really gotten online and questioned everything we believe. Since Generation Z has started to grow into their adulthood, how we see history has changed, how we think about education has changed. The whole Christopher Columbus is a racist movement was their generation, basically. They were the ones to inform the world, why are we learning this? This stuff is racist. So Generation Z are the ones who have changed our belief systems, our education systems, and how we get education. I mean, you can pretty much educate yourself on TikTok or YouTube, which is really crazy. And with the alphas, the Generation Alpha, they're going to have a whole new system of government. They're going to be, I don't know what it's going to be. I'll probably be dead by that time. But if this video lasts that long, hopefully you guys know I was right. that's all I have for today. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe and leave me a comment on what's your generation. Are you Generation X? Are you a millennial? Are you a boomer? Okay, and does this resonate with you? Let me know. Leave a comment, and if you don't do it, then who will?